Welcome to Martin Marietta Materials. We want your time here to be safe and productive. In order to achieve this, we would like to share some important information with you. This video will take less than 10 minutes and covers information which is very important to your safety, so please pay close attention. If you have any questions regarding what you see here or anything you may encounter during your time here, please ask a company representative. We would be glad to help you. Martin Marietta Materials is one of the nation's leading producers of sand, gravel, and crushed stone. Sand, gravel, and crushed stone, or aggregates as it is often referred to, is a product which is vital to the construction of our nation's infrastructure, as it is a major component of road-based concrete and asphalt. The Midwest Division operates 8 sand and gravel operations. Sand and gravel is composed of various kinds of rock particles, the most common constitute being mineral quartz. Deposits are formed as a result of the weathering of the rocks that are transported by water. Sand and gravel is used extensively in building roads and in making concrete. It is sorted in uniform size and is stockpiled on site. The products that we produce are mined on site by stripping off the overburden using a variety of heavy earth-moving machines. Then the material is extracted using different methods, which includes dredges, excavators, and drag lines. During the mining process, we operate large equipment that is constantly moving around the site, so we operate in a potentially dangerous environment. The safety of our employees, contractors, customers, and visitors is very important to us, so we ask that you understand and comply with all of our safety rules and operating regulations, and comply with all federal, state, and local regulations. Since we are a mining company, we fall under the jurisdiction of the Mine Safety and Health Administration, also known as MSHA, a division of the United States Department of Labor, rather than OSHA, which covers the majority of the nation's workplaces. MSHA regulations require inspectors to perform regular inspections of all mines. If the inspector has reason to believe that a violation of a standard has occurred, then they are required to issue a citation, which can result in fines. This applies to both contractors and mine operators. MSHA also requires that contractors engaged in mining activities have a contractor identification number provided by MSHA. If you do not have one, your management and/or safety representative can give you more information regarding this. If you have questions or concerns regarding the training required of you during your time on site, please ask a management representative who will explain the requirements in more detail. Before working on site, you must comply with Martin Marietta requirements for personal protective equipment, or PPE. These may include the following: wear a hard hat at all times. Visitors who do not have their own hard hat will be loaned a hard hat. Contractors are expected to provide their own hard hats. Inspect the area above your work area for potential hazards. Inspect for any incorrectly stored or stacked materials. Suitable safety boots must be worn at all times. Safety glasses must be worn at all times, and other face protection as required. Wear hearing protection in areas that are posted high noise areas. Remember, if it sounds too loud, it probably is, and hearing protection should be worn. Be alert and remain clear of moving equipment. Make sure the operator knows you are there, as visibility is restricted due to the large size of the equipment. Be aware of any special traffic or other driving hazards. Be alert and remain clear of moving machinery. Do not walk around any moving machine or perform work on any machine that has not been de-energized, wheels chalked, and blocked to make it safe from accidental movement. If the machine is powered by electricity, then the electrical power source should be shut off, locked out, tagged, and verified that all stored energy has been released. Wear a respirator in areas that are posted as requiring respiratory protection. If dust is visible, then it may be necessary to wet down the work area or use other dust suppression, or wear a respirator. A water truck with spray nozzles is provided for this purpose. Exercise care when getting in and out of your vehicle, and when stepping over or around any obstacle. Use handrails on stairs and walkways. Always use handholds and face the equipment when mounting and dismounting mobile equipment. Always use 3 points of contact while climbing ladders. Martin Marietta, along with MSHA, has a zero tolerance requirement for fall protection whenever there is danger of falling. So anytime you are off the ground and not protected by a railing or 3 points of contact, fall protection must be worn. This is different from any OSHA requirement, and it should be noted that the fines can be quite steep for violations. Use correct lifting procedures to avoid injury. Ask for assistance when lifting heavy objects. Use equipment to lift heavy loads. Do not smoke or use flame-producing devices within 25 feet of no smoking, no open flame signs in areas where flammables are stored or used. Martin Marietta does follow a hot work policy. If your work involves use of spark or flame-producing processes, you will be giving further instruction on hot work procedures. Avoid areas where welding fumes or engine exhaust are present, if possible. Otherwise, use local exhaust to remove the fumes and exhaust. Avoid areas where welding operations are being conducted, and do not look at the welding arc. If you are welding, set up a welding screen to protect others from the welding arc. Other safety rules apply for cutting and welding operations. These should be covered in the contractor's basic safety rules. Always select, inspect, and use the correct tool for the job. Avoid attempting to work outside during extreme weather conditions such as thunderstorms, heavy rain, hail, or high winds. Make sure that snow and ice have been removed or covered with material to provide safe footing. Do not attempt to enter any area where unsafe ground conditions or high walls exist. Mobile equipment in unsafe areas must be moved or towed to a safe area prior to servicing. Stay 10 feet back from the edge of any high wall or unstable ground. Life jackets must be provided and used when working in areas where water hazards exist. Mobile equipment must be inspected prior to use, and any safety defects must be reported and corrected according to MSHA regulations. Unsafe equipment must be taken out of service and a record of any defects kept until the defect is corrected. Seatbelts must be provided in mobile equipment. They must be in good condition and their use is mandatory. Contract workers should be provided with a contractor's basic safety rules if they require more than hazard training. All unattended mobile equipment must have the controls set in the park position with the park brakes set and the wheels or tracks chalked. MSHA has strict reporting requirements for injuries and/or illnesses occurring on mine property, so any such occurrences should be reported to Martin Marietta Management immediately so that assistance may be provided if needed and a determination made as to reportability. Our goal at Martin Marietta Materials is to achieve world-class safety status. This can only be done with the cooperation of everyone involved in the operation. You will now be asked to sign off on a certificate indicating that you have completed this training. All contractors are required to fill out a contractor's register with some basic information about the company for MSHA purposes. We will also ask that you sign in and out at the office each time that you enter or leave the property so that we may know where everyone is at all times in the event of an emergency. All of our locations have unique hazards. Please talk to a competent trainer to have those explained to you. Thank you for your cooperation. We look forward to having you at one of our facilities.